Okay, so moving on to the next topic, we have decks that we are currently playing slash building. I know that you like Thunder Family. I know that you've been wanting to build it for a while. So, what about your gear? Yeah, Thunder Family. What are you trying? What are you doing nowadays with your Yu-Gi-Oh deck Shrink?
Well, um, honestly, at the moment, I'm kind of not buying. I would have taken that Hunter core off you,
Hmm.
but that's a story within itself.
Basically, what happened was is Trink here is an Australian. I've known him for about 4 years now, maybe
Yeah,
five.
4 or 5 years.
So I don't want to say five actually. I want to say 3.5 to 4. But basically, and I got him into Yu-Gi-Oh, and he loved Heroes, and I got him into Thunder Family after once Heroes were a hit, and because I thought he would like them, I had gotten to a feel. I guess I had acquired a feel for what I thought he would enjoy. And recently, I had a Thunder Family deck core, and basically something about me and my team is my teammates like to have this thing where they want to have like their goal, I guess you could say, is to have a hard decision when they go to any tournament, and they want that decision to be what deck they're going to play. And basically, we had I think around recently 14 different decks that were playable at a tournament, or barely being away from being played at a tournament. And one of them was a Thunder Family deck core, and recently, I think as in yesterday, what it was it, or two
Yeah, I
days
think it was
ago?
yesterday.
2 days ago, I got rid of the Thunder Family deck core, and I should have given it a Trink because apparently I was just told about an hour ago that the guy that I gave the Thunder Family deck to, that the whole complete deck, main deck, extra deck, everything was stolen. So I feel really bad because I feel like the deck could have gone to, a better cause, and that could have been gone to, I could have sent it to my friend Trink and he would have loved it, but I feel bad about that. But other than that, Trink, what other decks are you trying to build or are you playing?
Um, at the moment, I'm playing a lot of machine-based decks, specifically gadgets and gear. Um, I don't really I don't know how to explain. I like playing Gear, and at the same time, I don't like playing Gear.
Hmm.
I have this weird feeling about the deck. I
What is it that
mostly
makes? What is it that? Well, go ahead. Sorry,
no. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say, what is it that makes you love it, and what is it makes you hate it, or what is it that makes you go, oh, I actually enjoy this, and what does it makes you say I hate it? What is it that does that?
The one thing, the ridiculous amount of stuff you can do with the deck.
Yeah, most people would love that, but
I love
you
it
hate
and I
it.
hate it at the same time because I feel so bad to the poor person who's trying to play something or test something,
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
like
I
you sit
put
down across at a table or something where you get on Dev Pro and you're playing Gear Gear, and then the guy across you is playing like Ghost Tricks or like he's like playing something real fun like raccoons or something,
yeah,
and
you're
you're
playing
like,
Raccoon Rascals, and I've just put 3 gig and X's on the
yeah.
field and a Gem Knight Pearl, and they're just like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, that sounds like. I mean, I've definitely been in that situation before, because like me, I'm a very, very, very competitive person, and one thing about me especially is I absolutely love to, I love to win. As bad as it sounds, I just love to win when I play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't. I mean, and plus, like, I mean, there's a lot of meta decks out there that you can play that are also not that scumbag. Like for instance, I picked up Mermail before they were considered to be the best deck of the format, and I absolutely loved it. But eventually, it got hit. But like, I mean. I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, though. Definitely been in that situation. I went to a tournament. I sat down. I was playing Mermails, and the guy across me was playing Cyber Dragons, and I completely felt like just god awful for it because, oh, speaking of which, look at that, the Unborn Valkyrie. That's a very, very, very rare pet.
Do you
But
want to capture it, or
I already have one. We
I
can
don't
keep
have
going.
one. I can't do pet battles. Mine are like level 8.
Okay. I already got one, so it's okay. But anyways, but yeah, I sat down and this guy's playing Cyber Dragons, and I feel god awful because I 2-0'd him and like I completely like blew the game out. Like it wasn't even like a really hard matchup, and like so I know where you're coming from there, but
You know what would have made you worse if you still
what?
sided system down against him game 2.
I sided Light and Prisoning Mirror against him. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't think. But you know what's so dumb is like speaking of like how strong meta decks are against like certain players is I sided in Light and Piercing Mirror against him and I 2-0'd the guy, but game two I didn't even see a single side deck card at all. I just 2-0'd him
Oh,
without seeing a single side deck card. I didn't even draw into a single Light and Piercing Mirror, a single DD Crow, like anything. Like I can't remember exactly. No, I didn't side in DD Crows. I sided in Maxis, but I didn't side in. I did not draw a single side deck card at all, and like I mean, I still 2-0'd him with ease. Like, and he drew into his combo pieces. Like, it wasn't something like, oh, I just drew into my stuff and he didn't. Like, he drew into all his stuff that he needed. So I don't know.
And it's more the deck, I reckon. But
Yeah.
besides being playing Gear and having mixed feelings about it, I'm also playing Gadgets. That's a lot of fun.
You liking that? Do you like? Are
um,
you playing the Kage to Kage engine in it?
yeah, I'm playing. So I'll just quickly run over my deck list in my head. So 3 of each gadget, 3 Tin Goldfish, 3 Kage Tagage. That card is like a hero of the deck. What if you don't know what Kage Tagage does? Is when you normal summon a monster. Oh no, okay. Let's start from the first. The first line says this card cannot be normal summoned, and then it says when you normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, like as a
And it's a
chain.
reptile. It's a
He's
reptile.
a
So
reptile.
yeah, so it makes it a really good like Pharaoh, like King of the Pharaoh Imps
Yeah, it's the King of the
target.
Paralympics target. It's like really good. And then I play 1 gear frame and 3 cannons, and then 1 redox, and the rest are just like spells, traps.
Wait, you play 3 Machina cannons?
Yeah, 3 cannons, 1 gear frame. Would you like me to go over that with you?
Or wait, 3 cannons? Wait, are you getting mixed up with cannons and fortresses?
Fortresses, sorry, fortresses.
I was like, Trink, we're gonna have to go over your deck list together, man. There's a problem.
No,
But you're
sorry,
playing
okay.
fortress. You're playing
Machina
3
fortress,
fortress and
3
you're playing.
fortress, 1 gear frame.
Okay. I understand now. I was really about to be upset with you. I was like, what have I taught you? Okay, but I
No,
mean, I understand. I mean, I've played against your Gear deck and your Gadget deck. They're both pretty strong and they're pretty both consistent.
mhm.
As for me, I've been playing a lot of Madolche. I'm going to compete in ARG DC soon in a month, and I plan on taking Madolche there. I've been playing Madolche for a while now. I'm gonna when I pick up my 3 Angelis, the deck will be complete. I'll be playing pure
Will
Madolche.
DC be post Primal Origins?
Of course, yeah, it will be. There's gonna be artifacts there. There's gonna be everything there. So I'm kind of worried about that, because like, I mean, I'll be honest, I completely hate artifacts. I completely hate them.
It's
But I mean, they're a thing.
okay. So we're going to talk about artifacts real quick, even though this wasn't called a plan. Artifacts aren't good by themselves. Like, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That they're a really strong engine, but you can't run
Mhm.
them by themselves because they don't do enough by themselves.
You're right. Like I don't want to say. Okay, look, hold on a second. Rewind a little bit, because like they aren't terrible by themselves, but but you are right, or going in or you're going in the right direction whenever you say they're better with another deck, because they like if you play pure artifacts, it's kind of like a little too slow in a way, because you have to rely on only your artifacts getting hit on your opponent's turn by your own card effects or by their card effects. So you have to like deal. That means you have to play things like malevolent catastrophe, or like that not fiber jar, but that one jar card that whenever you flip it up destroys all spawn traps.
Yeah.
Or you have to play like double twist or double typhoon or whatever that card is, and that's really like inconsistent. But when you pair it like with like Chronomalies or something like Drink was talking about earlier, oh my god, the deck is so busted.
I
Like
think
I
the
don't even
worst
have
ones
to deal
I've
with.
seen so far is Scrap Artifacts, Constellar Artifacts, and Chronomaly Artifacts.
Yeah, Chronomaly artifacts are like tier 0. Well, not tier 0. They're tier 1 in OCG right now, and I know it's going to be hell when they get here. But we'll talk about a little bit more artifacts in just a second. We talk about our next topic. But as for me, I am currently playing a lot of Madolche,
You
and
had a
I'm
Heretic
playing.
Ruler phase.
I did. Well, I don't want to say it was a hieratic ruler. It was more
Or
so
more pure
hieratic.
Heretics. More pure Heretics.
It was definitely more for your hieratic. Like the hieratic ruler deck plays. It plays sometimes only 2 Su, 2 Esset, and 2 Tefnuit.
Yeah, and they play
But
like some other
yeah, and
weird
that's it.
stuff.
Yeah, then they play like the rulers and like a Blue Eyes Engine and a Cards Con and like a just stuff like that.
Yeah.
But some of them play 3 of each, which is more common. But I was playing the full on like hieratic engine, like the 3 Neptet, the 3 Set, the 3 Tefnuit, and the 3 Su. And I played the full on vanilla engine too, where I played like 2 Whitetail, 1 Labradite Dragon, 1 Flame Voil Guard.
And then you
And
had
then I
like
and then I had the
Influence Dragon.
yeah, I had the Influence Dragon stuff. I did play Debris Dragon, but I played that. And the reason why like I had the rulers in there, it wasn't a hieratic ruler deck. Like if I was the top with it, I would not call it a hieratic ruler deck. I would call it, if anything, just hieratics. But basically what happened was I topped with it. Oh, not top with it. I was wanting to build it and try and top with it. Excuse me. But I built it, and the hieratics were literally the OTK engine. but I only played the rulers in there so that I could make synchro plays. That was it. But
He
I
literally just
was
played it for Leo. Let's be real here.
yeah, I played it for Leo. I played it for like Thought Ruler, Archfiend, and like your Stardust plays and stuff. But and they're also really good for pushing. But like I didn't even play like Big Eye Draco Sack in the extra deck because one of my teammates gave me a lot of pain for it because we'd have to pick up those cards which are really hard to pick up the Draco Sacks and stuff. But I mean, all in all, in the end though, like the decks I've been building slash playing is I've been playing Madolche. That's my main deck right now. And then I am now, he like Trink said, I was going through a hieratic phase, but now I've gotten out of that. And my favorite North American player, Jeff Jones, has
Oh, here
released
we
a
go.
new deck. He's released a new deck that I absolutely adore, and it's called Soulfire. And it's basically it's plants. In other words, it's like Plant Quasar, if you want to call it that, but its actual deck name is Soulfire. And actually found out that Chris LeBlanc got second place with the deck today at a big event, which makes me super excited because I've been building the deck recently, and it's an absolutely amazing deck. You guys can check out the video of me playing the deck on my YouTube channel. I'll post a link in the description. And basically, it's such an amazing deck. You can make Quasar and Atribis in one turn one, and still have card advantage. Like you'll make Quasar and Atribis and have back row and have 3 cards in hand. It's a really cool deck. I really like it. But
The
that's pretty much
problems that I've seen with the deck, because we played like a match of Gear versus Soulfire,
so.
and then game one I just rolled you. Like there was no, because I had a mediocre hand, and then you just had the worst hand of history.
Yeah,
And then
there's sometimes where it draws dead.
I even took the Maxi challenge, and
Yep.
still rolled like it was.
Yeah.
You were definitely having some problems with that there.
Well, basically, what happens is sometimes you just draw into obvious bad hands. Like every deck has its bad hands, and sometimes
Unless you Gear.
like like sometimes like with that deck specifically, if you draw into too many princesses, it's a little bit of an issue. Or if you draw into your spores or lone fires, which isn't terrible because like don't get me wrong, drawing into spores and like lone fires and stuff like that is like extremely good. But like
They're just
sometimes
better in your deck.
sometimes yes, sometimes it's better in your deck. Like if you want to, if like for instance, a horrible hand would be draw into both of your princesses, your Marco or Macro, whatever, the Sylvan card, and then the spore and your lone fire and your fucking like dandy. That'd be the worst hand ever. Like I would absolutely just, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'd do. But I mean, I've been fixing a lot. I'll have to duel you again sometime. I've actually tweaked the deck and changed it. Like I fixed it up, and I've actually like before I even saw Chris LeBlanc's top, I was like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in Phoenix Wind Blast, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast in to get rid of the princesses out of my hand and get the dandelions, like get those dead cards out of my hand. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it at 2 because like it's a good ratio with the 2 princesses, and I did. And then I looked today when I got home that Chris LeBlanc topped with the deck and got second place with 3 Wing Blast in it. So I was like, oh man, that means I was on the right track. So, I mean, I was doing something right that the other professionals were talking about before they even released the information. So that's really good. But
Oh, one thing we're apparently forgetting to mention is the fact that this deck abuses Soul Charge.
oh yeah, it definitely abuses Soul Charge. It's called Soulfire for a reason, but it's apparently supposed to be very meta. I think we kind of forgot to actually mention this deck in the meta discussion what we were talking about earlier, but it's a very meta deck, or it's going to be in my opinion. Like I'm being dead serious. 99% of the decks out there, even including like Mythic Ruler stuff, cannot handle turn 1 Quasar. They can't. Like Quasar's a very strong card, and even if you somehow are able to control and like that like moment of the game and get rid of Quasar, he's gonna bring out like shooting Star Dragon. So like the fact of the matter is the deck's very strong.
The only thing I see a problem with it though is the amount of people that can actually play the deck.
Yeah, it's very hard to play the deck. Not many people can, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
It's very hard to play. It's not something that like anyone can pick up. Like it's very, very, very hard to play. It takes a lot of time, a lot of practice, and like a lot of dedication to like learn it. Because like it's plants. It's not like just some generic like deck that you can just pick up and like figure out very quick. Like it's a very hard deck to play. Like it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of skill, and like a lot of the time you'll open up like a hand and you'll say, oh my god, this hand is god awful. But after you have some experience, like a few days of playing the deck, you'll say, okay, these hands I've been saying are god awful are actually really good, which is something that I started figuring out. Like I would say, I would open up a hand, me and Trink would be play testing. I would say, this hand is so bad, I just want to scoop. And then like after like a week of testing afterwards, I'd open up a very, very similar hand, or even the same exact hand. I'd say this hand's actually extremely good. So it's actually really hard to play, but I mean, it's really it's really fun. I love it.